Hi gals and guys, it's Christopher Mosier from MyMediaHelper.com. This time out we're just going to hook up a Spectrum box, a digital receiver box. They're very small these days. Now I made a video before on this and the remote control wasn't working and the video didn't come out very good, so I'm just re-recording it, that's all. What you get with the package is you do get your box, you get a power cord, you get your coaxial cable, and then you get your HDMI cable. So you're going to be using that for your TV. That's how your box to your TV. So that's how the signal is going to get to your TV. And then I'll show you how to hook the coaxial into the box, because that's coming from the outside. So you've got your Spectrum remote control, you've got your television remote control, and I have another video where put in a smart stick. This is a Roku, so I do have a video out there if you're just hooking up a Roku. You can leave the Roku right where it is. That's on an input. I believe that's an input 1, and I'll show you how to change the inputs on that. We'll take a look at the box. Oh, it also comes with this, which is a splitter. This is a coaxial cable splitter. If for any reason you have to split it off, and there's no reason for me to split it off here, but perhaps you have two setups and then you won't in different rooms close and you want to split them off. I don't know. The options could be different. Grab my glasses here and I'll show you what you got on this box. So here's the power button right here. That's when you get everything hooked in. I'm not 100% sure what this thing is right here. It's like another power button. I really don't know what it does. I'll have to check the manual to see what it does. So you got a USB port right in the front. So like the old boxes, what I used to do with the front USB port is just plug my phone in. I used to charge my phone with the old box. It was in the front as well. There was one in the front as well. All right, so we got your coaxial thread right here. That's where your coaxial cable comes in from the room, and then that's going to go right into that box. You have your network. This is an Ethernet port. So your network port, we're on wireless, so this is going to pick up wireless signal, and I'll show you how to do that. There's another USB port back here. Again, really all you use it for, I think these TVs can use a smart stick, but I'm not sure as far as like a USB. You can plug it in the smart TV and look at movies and video on that, but I don't believe you can do it through these. Why there's USB ports on here, I'm not really 100% certain, except you can charge your phone. So there's the HDMI port. It's in yellow. It's highlighted in yellow, and that's again, that's going to be this cable here, the black one. That's a digital receiver, and then here's your RCA ports. These are for your left and right speaker. You don't really need it. You're going to use HDMI. Use HDMI. This is old school stuff. You can use it. You might be able to plug in a speaker or something if you have like a separate sound system. But we're not going to use that. And then we have the power here. Oh, excuse me. We have the power here. So there is the power cord. So very easy. Just stick the power cord into the power hole here. The power hole. That's the technical term of this. The power hole. And then we're going to go plug this in, and I'll show you how to hook everything up on the back of the TV. So I'm just going to put this towards the back and slip it in underneath the TV so it's in the front, so it can pick up the remote control, and there it is right there. And then let's flip the TV around. This is going to be all our what we need. There's HDMI ports on the side here. There's RCA ports here. I don't really use RCA ports anymore. I don't know, if you hook up like an old DVD player, I suppose you can use it. And then you got your, there is an Ethernet port back here. This is the TV. I mean, every TV is going to be different, but what I want to direct you to is the coaxial cable. And that's right here. And that's if you want to directly connect your cable. So if you want to bypass the box, which it's not analog anymore, if you bypass the box, I mean, if you have a TV with a digital receiver, I think it will come in. But it used to be an analog signal, right? You could plug in as many coaxial cables in the back of the TV as you wanted and have as much cable as you want in the house. Now you need a digital receiver. So if you plug this into an old TV, maybe you have a box TV for whatever reason. If you plug this in, it's not going to work without a digital receiver. And this is a digital receiver. And then I think most TVs now, if you plug them in, they'll work directly from the coaxial. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty confident they all have receivers in them. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I don't think I am. So let's plug this baby in. Let me grab the camera. Oh, one more thing I wanted to tell you. So I did make a video before on these, which worked fine. These are antennas, and this is what we're using for about 6 months. She wanted to go back to cable just because it's easier for her. With the antenna, you always got to move it around if you lose signal. So she's 84 years old, and it was just being taxing on her. When she wants to watch the fucking Wheel of Fortune, she wants to watch it now. She doesn't want to screw around with this thing. It works fine. You just have to get up and move it. So that's the only reason she's getting her cable back. And it's not really that much. I think it's like $70 for her phone and her cable, and she's getting like the bare bones of stations. So that's why we got the box again. And if you see the video on this again, it still works fine. It's just we're going back to cable for minimal stations. All right, so let's grab the power. Very simple. I'm very confident that everyone knows how to plug in the power. If you don't, well, you're going to learn how to plug in power. That's awesome. How good for you. All right, these are old sockets. Old, this house was built, I think, what, in 38 or something like that. Anyways, that fits in there fine. And so this has already come. Here's your cable that was already coming in the room. So if you don't have one, you're probably going to have your cable guy come in and install one, unless you're very handy dandy and can do it yourself. If there's a turtle on the side of the house, you might be able to do it yourself if it's not coming into the room. I would never do it myself. I'm not that handy dandy. Let me put that down. All right, so it's going to go right here. It goes in the thread. So this is the cable, coaxial cable coming into the room. So then you're just going to screw it in, make sure it's snug. I wouldn't do it too tight. I'd do it firm, but I wouldn't do it extremely tight, because if you're going to have to unscrew that thing, you're going to fight with it. You're going to have to get a wrench or something to get that off of there. So just make it snug. I bet you it's fine now the way it is. We're just going to screw it in there. It's not going to be that tight. And there it stops. See? So if I have to unscrew it, very easy, just until it stops there. All right. So we're going to get what I plugged into the TV before, what I mentioned, that HDMI cable. So here it is. And then it's the only HDMI port in the back of the Spectrum digital receiver. So we're going to put it in there. All right. And it should be loading up now. So while we're back here, I'm going to show you, and it's going to be different for each TV. I got to find it now. Where the heck is it? Now I got to find it. Oh, it's a smart TV. I don't have the Roku on this. I had the Roku on the old TV. So this is a smart TV, no Roku needed on this one. Sorry, I forgot. The last one that we had, I had the Roku hooked up on there. If you have the Roku hooked up on there, then you're going to put it in port 1, 2, or 3, or how many ports you have. You watch the Roku, you put it to input 1. You watch cable, you put it to input 2. I'll show you what the inputs are in just a moment. So that's the hookup. I'm going to have the TV load up, and it's going to probably take some time. And so you might have to call or go online to get it activated. For this particular one, I did both. And what's turned out to be the problem was actually the remote control. It would come up on one station, which is the Spectrum News station, and I couldn't get it to move. I couldn't get the guide to come up, and sure enough, it was the remote control they gave us. So they came out the same day, the tech, and he brought us just a new remote control, and it worked fine. So if you're having a problem with that, if you're finding it's coming on and you're not sure why it's not moving, you programmed everything right, the volume's working and everything beautifully, it might be the remote control. So you might have to have someone come out. They came out the same day. It was like 2 or 3 hours later. It was no really big deal. Still had the antenna hooked up, so not a big deal at all. And they took care of it pretty quickly. So I'm going to get the remote control here. This is for the Roku for the smart TV. And then this is the television remote for, I think this is the old television remote actually. This is the new television remote, so should pop on there. Straighten it up a little bit. So this is the smart TV. This is the display for the smart TV. So what we want to do, we're going to hit input here. And we're going to go down to where it says tuner. So it's reading it. You can tell it's a tuner in HDMI 1. And I'm going to hit the middle button to get it there. And it might not be loaded up yet. So no tuner. Check if source device is connected to power, or press input button to select the input for the source. I'm pretty sure I put it on 1. I'm just going to make sure everything's snug. I'm just going to make sure everything's snug on here. So that's in 1, that's fine. This is fine. That's all fine. So probably what I need to do is turn the power on. So here we are right here. Here's the power button. And there we go, the power's on. We're going to go back to input. So here's your input. It's going to be different depending on your TV. So we're going to go back up to the tuner. And there it is. There's our cable. And if I'm going to hit the guide button, if the guide comes on, then the remote control is working. Choice spectrum guide. On a scale of 1 to 5, select a rating. We'll give it a 5, and then we'll continue. Okay, whatever. So that's it. So like I said, you might have to call and get it activated, or go online and get it activated. They did it over the phone. Still wasn't working. I went online and did it. Still wasn't working. Turned out to be the remote control. So if that's happening to you, it's probably the simplest thing possible, of course. All right, gals and guys, and that's it. If you want to go back to your Roku, you hit your input, and then I think it's watch free. I don't use this very much, so I'm not really 100% sure. So that's the guide for the Roku, actually, or the smart TV. And then you just hit home here. It should load up. And this is the smart TV. So this is all the smart TV. This is all your apps, your Tubi, your Pluto, things of that nature. I'm trying to think what else. Netflix, Hulu, and all that stuff. So that's your smart TV. And then if you hit the input, just go to the input. And this TV reads that it's a tuner. It says that it's a tuner. It reads that it's a tuner. So I just go there, and then I just hit the middle button. And now I'm on cable. All right, if you're not aware, all these keys here, those are paid programming that you do not have. You can get a bigger package, but these are all channels she doesn't have. She has the ones without the keys, just as a heads up. All right, gals and guys, pretty simple. It's a video I wanted to make before, but because the remote control wasn't working for me, the video kind of went kaput, and I put it off for a while, and I just wanted to do it real quick for very simple stuff. I realize that most people know how to do this stuff, but if you're really not sure or you have questions on it, I hope this helped you out. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I got monetized in July, so I thank everyone for that who subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate that. It's great. It's great to go into like the new phase of YouTube. Please share this with anyone that might be getting cable and just want a quick refresher. Please thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on what you think of the video. Either way, I'm on the algorithm. It reads it either way. It helps me either way. If you don't like it or you liked it, hit the bell for updates. And guys and gals, that's it for now. I will catch you later. Peace.